Welcome to Wild West Garage. My name's Morgan, and that is a 2011 Chevy Impala. And today's project is to fix an oil leak at the fitting where the transmission line, the cooler lines snap in. There's two of those on the transmission. Only one of them's leaking, so I'm just going to show you how I fixed that one. Excuse me. So I watched a couple of videos on this problem. The first two, they just replaced the entire fitting. And I was thinking, well, isn't there O-rings in there? Can't you replace the O-rings? And then I watched the third video. And as soon as the guy started talking, I knew, hey, I got this. This is my guy. Good old Southern boy, probably about the same age as me, but it just sounded like he had some experience fixing things. And so he explained, without actually showing the process because he'd already done it, but he explained how he takes the fitting out and cleans it up and picks, digs the old O-ring out of there and puts a new one in. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So stick around and we'll see how it goes. So here's the fitting in question. And this thing has got all kinds of oil leaks. I'm going to be doing the valve covers on it too, but anyway. So I started messing with this off camera. And so I push this out of the way. This little thing here goes over top of the clip. And here's the clip right here. So you pick this out of the groove. And so I got it out of there and it fell on the floor. And I don't know where it went, but anyways, there's the clip. I never did find it. I was looking for it, and I thought, you know what? I recognize that clip. It looked real familiar to me. And so anyways, I went to my toolbox. I got I keep a few little things in there. And this, I believe, is the same clip that GM has used for years, or had used for years, to hold window regulators and door handles on the inside of their doors. So sure enough, I had some of these spare clips in my toolbox, and it fits perfectly in there and does the job. So I guess somebody thought, hey, we've already got these clips. Let's design a transmission cooler line fitting around them. But anyways, that's what that is. So anyways, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm pretty sure that's what these clips were from, and if you're a Chevy guy, you recognize that. So there you go. So once you get that clip out of there, I'm assuming you can just pull this out, and yes you can. There's a bit of there's a thing up here that holds that line, so we're gonna pop that out of there first. Yeah, there we go. Just pop out of there and pull this out again. There we go. So fluid's gonna leak out of it, of course. So I have my drain pan here, and I believe that's 19 millimeter. So I'll get that loose. You wonder why I couldn't find that clip. And then line this fitting out of here. It's still pretty stiff. Anyways, I'm gonna put the camera down now. So if you look inside there, you can see there's an O-ring inside it. And there's this O-ring on the outside, which is all flattened out too. And I don't know if that's a round cross-section O-ring or not, but that's what it's going to get to replace it. It still feels soft. I could probably get away with reusing this, but I'm just going to change it anyway. So let's see what I can do here as far as showing you how to get this out. I don't know if this is going to work. Get this set up here somehow. I do have a kickstand on my camera, but it's not quite the right angle. There we go. Oh, here it is. So let's see. Got a little pick here. It looks like some kind of a blue O-ring. Huh? Okay, I got a hole picked in it now. So it's just a, you know, it's just an O-ring. There's the camera. It's a blue O-ring. I don't know if that's a special, well, I guess it's a special compound, but I don't have blue O-rings. I just have black ones. And whether or not I have one that size remains to be seen too. I think I do right here. That looks like it. That looks like the right size. What do you think? I don't really see anything too wrong with this O-ring. Yeah, it is. It is flattened. It's still really soft though, which is, yeah, but it's definitely flattened on one side in particular. So anyways, I got this O-ring, and let's see if we can get it in there. Actually, what I'm going to do first is just give this a blast with some brake cleans and get it cleaned up. There. Nicely cleaned up now. So I'll put this in there if I can. I'm sure I can. It's always a little tricky to get small O-rings inside of a groove in a fitting. If somebody knows a better way to do this, let me know. I think I'm getting it. There it goes. Oh, maybe it's put it in one spot, it comes out in a different spot. Sort of in there. There we go. Popped right into place. So I've got a new O-ring in there now. Now I just got to find one for the outside. It's a fairly small profile or cross section. What about this one? It looks like it's probably fatter. Let's see how it goes on here. Might be a bit too thick for a cross section. I do see. Oh, here's a better one maybe. Of course, if it's not a thick enough cross section, it's not going to work. That looks like it's maybe too skinny. I'm just going to go with this big one. I don't really, it doesn't look like I have another option. Oh wait, maybe that one right there. This O-ring this O-ring kit I got is all, somebody must have dropped it or something. I think I found this somewhere. So it's all kind of jumbled up. That might be a better option right there. Maybe that's the same one as the other one. See if we can get this off here without destroying it. I'm poking myself in the finger. It's always fun. Okay. Yeah. That's the same cross section. Is it the same? A little smaller diameter. I'm going to go with that one. It'll stretch out a bit, thin out a bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're ready to reinstall this thing. Overhauled. Okay, got that screwed back in there, and obviously the line pushed back in. So this clip, as you can see, it's got kind of three, so the two little end bits, they go inside a slot in that fitting, and then that piece right there, it goes in. So you got to get this in there right, so it nestles in there into these grooves. You can see those slots cut in there. So you got to kind of stretch it out as you're putting it in, and then it just, see that? It goes in flush, and then this goes on top of it. And I guess that's to keep the clip from falling out. I really don't think it would fall out, but it's just an extra layer of, it's an insurance policy. I always tell people, when you're tying a load down, put enough straps to hold the load down, and then put one more on for an insurance policy. So I guess that's what that is. So this car, I was surprised to see, has a dipstick for the transmission. So I just checked it, and it's still within the safe range. So obviously that wasn't leaking for too long. Anyways, when I say I was surprised, I've owned older Chevy vehicles. I think I had a 96 Cavalier, and it didn't have a dipstick tube. So anyways, I guess these high-end cars, they have dipstick tubes. a lot of cars don't these days. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this job. I haven't checked it to see if it's leaking yet, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So anyway, thanks for watching. See me next time.